As a primarily natural light photographer, the V-flat is one of the most valuable tools in my arsenal. I use it every shoot in various setups as backdrops, to bouncing and filling light, providing negative fill by taking light away, and essentially control light in as many different ways as you can think of. In this video, I'm going to show you the 7 most common ways that I use a V-flat. What's going on, guys? My name is Corey Vanderpool at Corey Photo on Twitter and Instagram, here again with another lighting video to get you on your way to shooting great portraits. Setup 1, 90-degree white. This is the most common way I use a V-flat, and I start off every single portrait sitting with this setup. The V-flat is perpendicular to the window and offset with a 45-degree angle just to get a little more light on the face. The result is a beautifully lit subject with very soft light on their face. The white V-flat bounces light everywhere and fills the side of the face furthest from the window with a slightly softer light. This provides a subtle shadow to give the subject's face just a little dimension and depth. It's personally one of my favorite ways to light a face. Setup 2, the negative fill. The negative fill is also my second most common way to use a V-flat. Using a white wall or a seamless as a backdrop, the subject is perpendicular to the window, giving it a very flattering 2:1 lighting ratio on the face. That's when the highlighted side of the face is one stop brighter than the shadow side. It's perfect when you want to add a little more drama or edge to your photos. As you can see, the shadows are very dominant but also very soft and flattering. Bring the V-flat closer to the subject or further away to control the level of shadow. Setup number 3, the 90-degree black. This is almost the complete opposite to my favorite and most commonly used setup. This is great for moody, dark portraits. When you want a little more natural contrast on the face, if you prefer dark over light, or simply just want a black background, the list goes on. I've used this setup and variations of this setup so many times in my work. It can break up the monotony of shooting on a white seamless or a series of front-on lit images, while still maintaining the same aesthetic. Because of this, I use it for almost every portrait sitting. Setup 4, 90-degree backlit black. This is another sneaky setup that I use when I'm trying to sail right out there. When setting up your V-flat, light it like the first and third examples. You're turning the V-flat 45 degrees in the other direction, away from the window. This gives a very interesting result. A very contrasted rim or backlight that's perfect for profile shots, and it can also push a moody or dark portrait even further. This light can be a bit tricky though, as it's not coming from the most flattering of angles or direction. But experiment, because when you hit it, you'll really hit it. Setups 5 and 6, front on with a white or black background. These two setups should be a staple for not only any natural light shooter, but for any shooter in general. Shooting with the windows directly behind you lights the face in the most angelic way. Fine lines are reduced, cheekbones and jawlines are accentuated, the eyes pop. It really is the most flattering light you could ask for. When you pair this with the black side, you get just a little bit extra shadow and contrast along the cheekbones, the perfect amount of dimension. And when you pair this with the white side, you get a very similar result. Just a tad brighter, a little fresher, slightly more filled in shadows. Both are extremely flattering. Great for fashion and portraits, still life, really everything. It's simple, and greatness lies within that simplicity. Setup number 7, bounce or fill. Another great setup. I use this setup mostly for commercial jobs, pharma gigs, fashion shoots, honestly, most paid gigs. Anything that needs to be simple and honest. This light is flattering, the shadows are soft, it gives a wonderful 2:1 ratio on the face, and it gives a slight edge that won't offend a client. This is also a great setup if you replace the window with a big, fat, soft strobe light. To be honest, all of these setups work with a strobe. I just love the aesthetic of my 7-foot by 14-foot window, so that's my choice 9 out of 10 times. Practice these 7 different setups and put them into your workflow. Tag me in your photos because I'd love to see them. My name is Corey Vanderpool at Corey Photo on Twitter and Instagram. If you learned something today, please smash the like button and make sure you subscribe. Happy shooting.